right, so at this point, you should already have your 8 words listed. I have them again, just as last time. I have them on the left side of my spread here, so I can always refer to it. And we're going to be drawing on the right side. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is actually create the shapes that you are going to fit your words into, right? So to do that, I'm just drawing lines, random lines that are separating the page. So remember, we have a total of 8 words. So make sure that we have 8 different shapes. You could have some that are big, some that are small. The more variation you have, the more interesting it will be to look at. And then afterwards, after you've finished drawing your lines, you should count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 shapes at the bottom. Once I count the bottom one, these lines are not going to be permanent. All right, you will be erasing these lines. They're just here as guidelines. All right, so if you can, try to draw very lightly here, so it's easier to erase. All right, and once you are done drawing your lines, you're going to add in your words, the line version of your words. Okay, it's up to you where you want to put them, like which words go where. That again, this is a self-expression type project, so it's your decision. All right, you'll notice here, okay, in the line versions of my words, the letters are not the same size. Okay, there we go. I flipped the page for you guys. So remember the previous rule was like when you're doing block letters, you want to write it out first so that way you know if they're going to be the same size or not. This is kind of breaking that rule. All right, and we're doing this on purpose. All right, art does not necessarily have require. Art has rules, but one of the rules for art is that you can break those rules. Right? I know that's confusing, and I know that's a paradox, but you know it's true. Okay, so that's kind of the point of these lines here, these guidelines, right? It tells you how big certain letters are going to be, and how big or how small certain letters are going to be. All right, and you actually want it to grow. Try to fit it into that shape. Don't try to make it all the same size anymore. Okay. So I pretty much do the same thing for all of them, and rotating my sketchbook as I do each word. I mark off the ones that I already do so I don't get confused. Um, but yeah, I'm just rotating my book, filling in the words, filling in the different shapes that I've created until all of them are filled. So make sure you put enough space between each of the letters. I know it feels kind of cramped, but make sure there's enough space between them so that you can turn each of them into block letters. These okay, so I really want to point this out here, right? Notice here the E, right? It's kind of going in one direction and then it goes in the other direction, just following the thing, the lines that I have in place. Okay, you are more than welcome to do that as well. I'm saying do that actually. Okay, um, and yeah, you're just basically gonna fill up your entire book, or not book, this entire page with all of your 8 words. All right, let's go. Come on, speed it up. And then once it gets to the end here, I can show you hopefully a clearer version. There we go. Okay, this is as clear as I can get. Right, all of your words should fit into the shapes here. Do not erase anything yet because you're using these as a guide.